The Marvel superheroes are embroiled in a civil war due to the passing of the Registration Act. During this time, Iron Man requests Spider-Man to unmask in public. Spider-Man's life is now an open book. He and his loved ones become open targets. After switching sides in the war, he is on the run from the press, the law, and his arch-enemies. Kingpin wastes no time at all and hires a hitman to take Spider-Man out once and for all. The hitman misses his mark, and the bullet strikes Aunt May, leaving her in critical condition. But what if things had gone differently? Here's an alternative chain of events. The Civil War is over and Spider-Man's side lost. His true identity made public. He races to move his wife and aunt underground before police try to arrest him, or his enemies try to kill him. Kingpin's hitman has Peter in his sights and he fires the bullet. Peter's spidey senses cause him to react immediately, tackling Aunt May out of the way of the speeding bullet that was meant for him. Aunt May is spared, but the bullet strikes Mary Jane in the chest, killing her instantly. Peter rushes over to his wife and the hitman lines up for his second attempt. The hitman watches as the bullet hits his target and as Peter's body falls limp alongside his dead wife. The hitman picks up his phone to inform Kingpin of the news.
Yeah, it's me. Got him. Got his cute little wife first.
The hitman's call is interrupted by Peter, still very much alive. Peter lifts the hitman off the ground by his throat, almost crushing his windpipe in the process. He presses the shooter for the name of the person who hired him, and the hitman gives up Kingpin's name. Just as he does, Peter hears Kingpin's voice calling his name from the other end of the phone. Without hesitation, Peter pulls a firearm from the hitman's belt. Kingpin knows that he's pushed Peter over the edge and that he'll most likely be on his way to find him and kill him over the death of Mary Jane. He instructs one of his generals to warn everyone and to get him on a secure line with the FBI. Struck with grief over MJ's death and the fact that he's just killed a man, Peter tries to convince himself that this is all Kingpin's fault. Peter returns to Aunt May and explains what has just happened and what he must do next.
I killed the shooter. The Kingpin hired him. I didn't mean... I would never.
I know, Peter. You've got to go to the police.
I can't. I'm a fugitive. We can't even get her a funeral. What do you expect them to do anyway? Arrest him? He's already in prison. To him, that's just an inconvenience. It's not fair. Mary Jane is dead and he just sits there laughing, and the law won't do anything about it. It's not fair and it's not right, and if I don't do anything about it, how can I live with myself? Somehow he has to pay, otherwise what's the point?
Peter, you're overwrought. Calm down and think. Peter, don't do this!
That Spider-Man was born when he looked away from something bad, and Uncle Ben died as a result. That Spider-Man dies with her. I'm sorry, Aunt May. I can't look away again. Not now.
Peter puts on his black suit and departs on his quest for vengeance, leaving Aunt May behind. Iron Man is notified through one of Fisk's channels that Spider-Man is on his way to kill him. Iron Man was the one responsible for passing the Registration Act that holds superhumans accountable. And since Spider-Man is an unregistered superhuman, that makes this Iron Man's problem to solve.
I need as many SHIELD teams as you can muster at Riker's to escort Wilson Fisk to a secure debriefing center. Play this right and we not only nullify Fisk, we'll take Spider-Man off the streets for good.
Spider-Man arrives at Riker's Island where Fisk is being evacuated by the SHIELD agents.
You're not getting out! You're just saving me the trouble of getting in.
Spider-Man is causing the SHIELD team some serious trouble, but Iron Man arrives on the scene to stop him.
Peter, are you out of your mind? You could have killed somebody. I thought you were the one who was all about responsibility.
The two heroes start fighting one another. Iron Man urges Spider-Man to cooperate while Spider-Man shuns his former mentor for working with a criminal like Fisk. Spider-Man realizes that Iron Man doesn't know that Fisk killed MJ. Spider-Man knocks Iron Man's helmet off with a powerful blow, and the SHIELD agents open fire, but Spider-Man effortlessly webs them up against their own vehicle, and then catches Fisk with one of his webs as he is trying to make his escape.
Fisk, you're a dead man!
As Spider-Man is about to attack Fisk, Iron Man rejoins the fight.
I warned you.
Iron Man blasts Spider-Man, but he knows it will only slow him down. He uses the time to interrogate Fisk on MJ's death. Fisk gets into the getaway vehicle and it begins to drive off. Spider-Man emerges from the rubble with his suit in shreds. Iron Man knows that this means trouble. Spider-Man blinds Iron Man with his web and goes to stop the getaway vehicle. Iron Man intercepts Spider-Man once more and tries to stop him with a blast from his unibeam, but Spider-Man webs it up, which causes Iron Man's armor to dismantle. Spider-Man knocks Iron Man down once more and chases after Fisk. Spider-Man finds Fisk at the airport and they square off with one another. Fisk teases Spider-Man about his black costume, but Spider-Man wastes no time striking Fisk to the ground. Before Spider-Man can make his next move, Fisk snaps his fingers, and two officers come outside with Aunt May, each of them holding a gun to her head. Fisk removes his shirt.
Over here, Parker. Pay attention. I am going to beat you to death now. Any resistance, and they'll kill her. Even with your speed, you'd never reach her in time. Not with me in your way.
Let her go.
Afterward. There's no entertainment in killing. But you... that will be a memory to savor all those long, luxurious nights of my imminent European exile.
Fisk throws his first punch at Spider-Man, but much to his surprise, he is met with a deadly blow to the gut.
I know you, Fisk. She's a witness. You'd kill her anyway.
Fisk drops immediately, and Spider-Man quickly uses his web to disarm one of the officers. The other officer stands behind Aunt May with his gun still held to her head. The officer loses his nerve, and Spider-Man webs him up against the wall. Peter moves towards Aunt May, but she scolds him.
Get away from me. You're not the boy I raised. I don't care whose it was. You purposefully took a life. Do you think Mary Jane would have wanted that?
Under the circumstances, yeah. I think she would have. But I didn't do it for her. When he brought it down to you or him, there was no way I'd let it be you, whatever the cost.
Iron Man arrives.
Peter, one way or another, you're done. Cold-blooded murder crosses the line, Peter. I can't let you go.
Although Peter disagrees with Iron Man's point of view on the situation, he surrenders, and the police take him into custody. Iron Man embraces Aunt May while she sobs on his steel shoulder as she watches Peter being escorted away by the police. That's all for this Marvel What If comic. Let us know what you think of it in the comments. If you're interested in the original storyline, check out the next video on the screen, and help us out by liking and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.